HOCM, if you do squatting, what will happen? Standing decreases blood flow to the heart, doctor. Squatting will do increase in the blood flow. Increase in blood flow to the heart, preload will stretch the ventricle. If there is more stretch, what will happen in HOCM? The hypertrophic interventricular septum and the mitral valve won't come closer. They won't block the outflow. So bigger chamber size will decrease the obstruction. Smaller chamber size will increase the obstruction of the LV outflow in HOCM. So standing worsens the HOCM murmur because it decreases the preload and decreases the chamber size. Squatting increases the preload, increase the chamber size, decrease the touching of the interventricular septum with the mitral valve and improve the flow through the LV outflow is what need to be remembered. On the ECG, typically in a normal person there is a good R wave progression by the time you come from V1 to V6, and small Q waves, finding them in V6, don't interpret like an old MI, because small Q wave in V6 can occur because of the depolarization of the septum away from the electrode of V6 is what need to be remembered. Now coming to the ASD, if you don't correct for a long period of time, ASD, VSD, PDA can lead to pulmonary hypertension and reversal of the shunt and lead to Eisenmenger complex and sinuses. In Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, it is a retrodromic conduction, orthodromic conduction is more common than the antidromic conduction and tachycardia. Now at the time of fasting, amino acids which are gluconeogenic, glycogen breakdown, they all contribute to the glucose, not acetyl-CoA. Prothrombin time is prolonged in case of the liver failure because 2, 7, 9, 10 are all liver dependent factors. 7 is the prothrombin time, hence prothrombin time is prolonged. Okay, doc. This you need to give me one confident answer. Geriatric patients will have a difficulty with phase 1 or phase 2 drug reactions, hai na? Which one do they lose? Which is still there with them? Between phase 1, phase 2, or both of them will they lose? Vizag, everybody say phase 2 is lost in geriatric, not phase 1. Is it so? You also agree with that? Only Anantapur says 1, Anuja says 1, Anjum says phase 2, Warangal says phase 1. Phase 1 are all those redox reactions, doctor. Geriatric patients lose the phase 1 first, and they still have the phase 2. What are there in the phase 2? Glucuronidation, acetylation, sulfation, gas. Geriatric patients have gas, no? Gas problem. Phase 2 is retained but phase 1 is gone, is what need to be remembered. Now, non-megaloblastic macrocytosis, what are the causes? Alcohol, hypothyroidism, liver disease, pregnancy, they are all the causes of the non-megaloblastic macrocytic process. In acute hemolysis, haptoglobins are reduced, not raised. G6PD deficiency can be due to hemolysis, can be due to quinine, primaquine, aspirin, any of them can be responsible. In UTI, which are nosocomial, what are the causes? Klebsiella, Proteus, Serratia, they are all implicated, usual pathogens. Coming to the various antimicrobials, how does fluoroquinolones act? DNA gyrase. DNA gyrase inhibitors, basically. Okay, doc. You know efficacy, what is potency? You must tell me now. High efficacy is needed or high potency is needed for these drugs. Analgesics, antibiotics, antihistamines, decongestants, they all require high efficacy or high potency. Which property do you want? Potency or efficacy? Which one is more required? Shravya proposes potency, Anjum says efficacy, Madhavi says efficacy, Anuja, Shankar, they all say potency. Okay. Okay, doc. What is efficacy? Maximum effect of a drug. Potency is वो effect दिखाने के लिए कितना dosage चाहिए. So typically for antibiotics, antihistamines, decongestants, painkillers, you require कितना effect दिखाएगा वो. इतना बड़ा टैबलेट लेने के बाद effect बहुत छोटा है, थोड़ा है तो there is no use. Pain won't come down. If the pain can come down, I am ready to take this much big tablet also. So high efficacy is required for painkillers, antibiotics, everything. Whereas for the BP tablets, chemotherapeutic drugs, hypolipidemic drugs, it is smaller dosage may he, if the effect can be shown, then I want that. Suppose if I take a hypolipidemic drug, if it makes cholesterol 0 also, it is abnormal. I don't want it to make it 0. With small dosage, it should make 250 become 180. So potency is required there. So that is all the story. Now coming to antimicrobial prophylaxis, we need to give it for VST. So what valvular heart diseases are? Congenital heart disease are high risk, low risk, moderate risk, endocarditis. I know you are all ready with the guns. Now coming to HIV positive patients, Cryptosporidium parvum basically is known to lead to diarrhea. Now in the renal failure we avoid tetracyclines. Basically enterococci can lead to development of endocarditis. What is the specialty of treating endocarditis caused by enterococci? Only penicillin से काम नहीं होगा. Penicillin plus aminoglycoside should be combined if the endocarditis is due to enterococci, is what need to be remembered. Tricyclics, if you give excessively, it can lead to dilated pupils because tricyclics have anticholinergic effect like atropine, and it can lead to ventricular arrhythmias, everything, and typically they lead to development of metabolic acidosis more likely than alkalosis. Coming to hypercalcemia, thiazides, hyperparathyroidism, sarcoidosis, anything can lead to development of hypercalcemia. But what is osteoporosis? Normal calcium, normal phosphorus, normal alkaline phosphatase, everything normal. Bone is fragile, that is porosis due to matrix formation. Matrix mineralization problem is called malacia. Their calcium, phosphorus, everything will vary. Very good. Now doctor, diabetic nephropathy doesn't lead to hematuria, it leads to albuminuria, Kimmel-Stinn-Wilson lesions, it can lead to chronic kidney disease with the normochromic anemia of renal disease. Anemic patient, typically TIBC levels is decreased. Normal in iron deficiency what will be? It will be increased. It is decreased means it is more likely to be anemia of chronic disease. Okay doc, should be an answer. Postganglionic sympathetic का मतलब epinephrine, norepinephrine. But acetylcholine is produced in only 2 locations of postganglionic sympathetic neurons. What are those locations? Who will give me the correct answer? Pupil? No. Pupil may your Edinger-Westphal parasympathics produces acetylcholine and your anger will produce adrenaline only. Madhavi says sweat glands. I want 2 locations. Blood vessels is a proposal coming from Ritika. Sweat glands, everybody sweat glands Correct. One more location, not blood vessels. It is also a gland. It is also a gland. Typically, doctor, adrenal and sweat glands. Adrenal, acetylcholine, postganglionic sympathetic, and sweat glands. In these two locations, you have acetylcholine, is what need to be fundamentally remembered.